The November 2nd, 2023 regular session of the Clarksville City Council is now called to order. Pastor Stephanie Jenkins of In Christ Ministries will serve as our chaplain of the day. Councilperson Wanda Smith will lead us in our pledge. I'll invite you to stand if you wish. And Pastor Jenkins.
Lord, this is the day that you have made, and our hearts rejoice, and we're glad in it. We thank you for life and health. We thank you for the ability to be involved in useful work and for the honor of bearing appropriate responsibilities. In the scriptures, you have said that citizens ought to obey the governing authorities, since you have established those very authorities to promote peace and order and justice. Therefore, I pray for our mayor and for the various levels of city officials, and in particular for this assembled council. I'm asking that you would graciously grant them wisdom to govern amid the conflicting interests and issues of our times. Bring clarity in this time of discussion today, and let your will be done. Lead this council and guide them to make decisions that are best for all of our citizens. This I pray in Jesus' name. Amen. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Members, please register your attendance. Madam Clerk, take the roll.
All members are present, with the exception of Councilpersons McLaughlin and Allen, who are both excused.
Thank you very much, Madam Clerk. We have several presentations and special recognitions we wish to make tonight. The first is Councilperson Reynolds. You are recognized in the well.
If all the tree board members and supporting staff will come up. So first, thank you, Mayor. First, I'd like to have our chairperson introduce the what we do on the board, and then we'll hand out the certificates, and I'll talk about the award. I don't think it's on. Is it on? Okay. Was it on?
Good evening, everyone. My name is Carla Gargus, and I am the current chair of the Clarksville Tree Board. And we have some of our members here with us today, and I'm going to let them introduce themselves.
I'm Catherine Killebrew, City Forester.
Misty Robertson.
Michael Palmore, Director.
And we have one more in the audience. She's coming.
Melissa Nyland.
Okay, it has been a great honor for me to serve on this board for over 20 years. I've been in Clarksville for about 25, and so I've been involved in the urban forestry program for that many years. And I've met a lot of city foresters, worked with several people, but this lady right here is one of the strongest women that I know and has accomplished so much since in her 10 years as tenure as city forester. And so as the tree board, what it is we advocate for the city trees and also the green infrastructure for the city of Clarksville. We all know what the gray infrastructure is, right? All our streets and our pavement and our sidewalks and things like that we have to have. But we also need green. We need our tree canopies to cool our environment, to reduce our cooling cost, to help to remediate stormwater damage. Of course, our trees are beautiful. We know that, but they have so much more value and economic impact on our community. And that is what we advocate for with the tree board. So we have many projects. We celebrate Arbor Day, which is coming up. Our Clarksville Arbor Day is coming up on November 14th. We'll be at a new park, Beach Park, 408 Beach Street, at 11 to 12 o'clock, and we'll be planting trees in that new park for the children to enjoy for years to come. And just throughout the year, you need to get on one of our mailing lists, and we'll let you know how you can be involved to help us protect our urban forest here in Clarksville.
Well, thank you, Chair. And so today we're here because we attended the Tennessee Urban Forestry Council, whose mission is to inspire and empower people to develop, grow, and sustain vibrant, healthy, and productive urban community forestry. Our tree board was recognized as the best tree board in the state for 2023. So it was really, we were presented this plaque. And so today I just want to recognize the members of the tree board who have been doing all the work. And I'd also like to take a quick moment to say thank you to the mayor and the council, because one of the reasons that we were recognized was the fact that we took the initiative to do a tree study and a tree canopy study. And so those were two significant factors for us being awarded this certificate. Thank you. So I think what we're going to do is I'm going to walk down with the mayor, or the mayor will walk here, and I will hand him the certificate, and he will pass it to you. Not here. Miss Melissa Nolan on the end.
Thank you, Melissa, for your work.
Chairperson Carla Gargis. Ms. Misty Robertson.
Steve, thank you.
Mr. Michael Palmore.
You look familiar.
And people that are not in attendance today include Miss Cindy Miller, Mr. William Moore, Mr. Levi Mann, Miss Sheila Clark, and Brian Boucher. Boucher? All right. So I thought, if you don't mind, Mayor, we'll get a quick picture.
Before we do,
Oh,
let me present to you, Councilperson Reynolds, a certificate as well. You signed your own certificate, so how about that? Now, picture time.
now picture time. Yeah. Let's get in the middle with our flag. Thank you.
Let's give them a round of applause, if we will. Next, we have Councilperson Joe Shekina. You had recognition.
Thank you, Mayor. I have three recognitions to acknowledge three different entities here in the city. The first is Matthew Walker Health Center. So do I have a representative from Matthew Walker? So this is a certificate of recognition from the city of Clarksville presented on 2 November 2023. Matthew Walker Health Clinic for increasing access to care. Whereas Matthew Walker Health Comprehensive Health Center Incorporated, in partnership with Clarksville Neighborhood and Community Services, received a 2023 National Association of Housing and Redevelopment Officials Award of Merit in the category of Residents and Client Services for increasing access to health programs. Now, therefore, I, Joe Pitts, as mayor of the city of Clarksville, Tennessee, do hereby honor and ask all citizens to join me in proudly honoring and celebrating Matthew Walker Comprehensive Health Center for their success and contributions in the Clarksville community. Congratulations. Signed, Lisa Canfield, City Clerk. Joe Pitts, City Mayor. Okay. We'll do a photo. Mary, you want to get in the photo with, since you signed that certificate there?
Signed, sealed, and delivered. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you again, Matthew Walker. The next, we have Legal Aid Society of Middle Tennessee and the Cumberlands. Free legal aid, whereas Legal Aid Society, in partnership with Clarksville Neighborhood and Community Services, received the 2023 National Association of Housing and Redevelopment Officials Award of Merit in the category of Resident and Client Services for free legal aid. Now, therefore, I, Joe Pitt, as mayor of the city of Clarksville, Tennessee, do hereby honor and ask all citizens of Clarksville to join me in proudly honoring and celebrating the Legal Aid Society for their success and contributions to the Clarksville community. Congratulations. Signed, Lisa Canfield, City Clerk, Joe Pitts, City Mayor. Again, thank you. Sure.
Thank you for your
Thank
work.
you, Mayor.
As always, great job.
All right, my last one, Progressive Directions Common Ground Cafe. All right. Whereas Progressive Directions Incorporated, in partnership with Clarksville Neighborhood and Community Services, received the 2023 National Association of Housing and Redevelopment Officials Award of Merit in the category of Administrative Innovations for Common Ground Cafe Program, and has advanced to be judged for the second tier award of excellence. So congratulations on that. Now, therefore, I, Joe Pitts, as mayor of the city of Clarksville, Tennessee, do hereby honor Progressives Direction Incorporated and ask all citizens of Clarksville to join me in proudly honoring and celebrating the Common Grounds Cafe staff, interns, and Progressive Directions Incorporated for their success and contributions to the Clarksville community. Congratulations, Lisa Canfield, City Clerk, Joe Pitts, City Mayor. Congratulations again. And here you go.
Thank you, Councilperson Shekina. Councilperson Wanda Smith, you're up. You need help with that?
We do this. This prestige award that I'm about to present means so much to me and probably to some of the less fortunate people here in Clarksville, Tennessee. This award was established in memory of a selfless trailblazer who achieved many results during her lifetime in Clarksville as a civil rights leader and a woman of God, which began in 1963 to 2011. This award is named after my mother, Virginia Martin Hatcher. Star Service Award was relentless in her efforts to live out the gospel rooted in love for all, fighting for civil rights, and she believed in one race, humanity. Ms. Hatcher was recognized nationally and locally as a civil rights leader while serving people throughout the state of Tennessee from various backgrounds and walks of life to improve equal opportunities and access for marginalized communities and individuals. Under her leadership as a civil rights leader, she impacted change through the avenue of nonviolent, direct action, which amended the course of history in Clarksville and brought forth equality practices at the Clarksville Police Department, Austin Peay State University, Clarksville, Montgomery County School Systems, the Board of Education, and the criminal justice system. Lastly, Ms. Hatcher was instrumental in the establishment of many community events and enjoyment for youth, hosting trips to Breckenridge in Kentucky in the 1960s. She was also instrumental and establishment of the first community center here in Clarksville, Tennessee, known as the Burt Cobb Community Center, and in naming the streets of Wilma Rudolph Boulevard and Martin Luther King Boulevard. Moreover, she was a teacher, preacher, saving souls at the Montgomery County Jail for many years, at nursing homes, at tent meetings, and served as the chaplain of her church. Ms. Hatcher was the keynote speaker at many events for Black History and on other occasions. Her work encompassed a community of people and pastors that supported her vision, written in the Pledge of Allegiance: one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. For those of you who are receiving this prestige Star Service Award, may not have done all these things, but you have embodied the spirit of Ms. Hatcher in your area of work, whether it was in the past. Some of you have retired, and some of you are no longer in that position, but you're still working, which has influenced change and promoted equality for a better life for individuals and or the community. I will read one of the awards. I will call your names and say a little bit about each and every one of you. The main scripture that Ms. Hatcher so loved was Matthew 35:25 and 40. And it reads as thus: "For I was hungry, and you gave me something to eat. I was thirsty, and you gave me something to drink. I was a stranger, and you invited me in. I needed clothes, and you clothed me. I was sick, and you looked after me. I was in prison, and you came to visit me." And God said, "Whatever you did for one of the least of these, my brethren and my sisters, you done it unto me." So the first person I would like to recognize is Miss Lou Carter. She embodies the spirit of a selfless trailblazer. Used her gifts as a volunteer for 9 years at the Senior Citizen Building, and was appointed as the executive director from July 2021 to July 2023, giving her all to make things better for the senior citizens and the center. The next recipient is Mike Rittenberry. Would you come forth, Mr. Rittenberry? Mr. Rittenberry embodies the spirit of a selfless trailblazer. At his business, Mike Tires has been open for 7 years. He has been a beacon of light for the community. I met him one day when I stopped by to congratulate him and to welcome him in the community. And I observed something about Mr. Rittenberry that I have not observed in any other business in Clarksville, Tennessee. I told him who I was, and I told him some things that I used to preach at the jail. And he shared with me some things, and I'll let him tell that if he wants to. But what he does at his business, he holds Bible study. Every morning, there's a prayer meeting going on and Bible study before the employees begin to work. I've never seen this at a business. And one thing I also noticed about him, he helps the less fortunate. I've seen him put tires on cars for people that couldn't even afford the 4 tires that they needed. He also allowed people to even sleep on his property in their car. This man has a heart of gold. And I just want to thank him for all that he has done. Let me read that plaque because I didn't read the first one. I'm sorry. I guess I'm excited. And it says, Virginia Martin Hatcher Star Service Award. Star represents a selfless trailblazer achieving results. Michael Rittenberry, owner of Mike's Tire Service. And it reads, "Thank you for your selfless, positive acts of service which have impacted individuals and or communities, contributing to an inclusive and equitable society in Clarksville, Tennessee. Signed by me and Mayor Pitts. Thank you.
Good. I would just like to say a few things while I'm here, sir. But first of all, I just want to give my Lord and Savior the praise that he deserves tonight, because without him, I wouldn't be standing here tonight. Because 13 years ago, my life was a mess. I was messed up on drugs, doing a lot of things I shouldn't have been doing. But I came back to Clarksville in 2011 on a Greyhound bus, fresh out of a 1-year drug treatment program. And some folks told me not to come back here because they said you won't ever make it. But I brought Jesus Christ back with me when I came. And God had a calling on my life, and I knew I was being drawn by the Holy Spirit. And I just thank God tonight that I'm not that man that I used to be, because he has set me free. And I thank him tonight, but I want to thank everybody here tonight for this opportunity to even be here, because I was an outcast to society at one time. But I know tonight that my Savior lives and he works miracles. And because 13 years ago, I never dreamed I would be here at the City Hall with the mayor and Sister Wanda. She's my sister as far as I'm concerned. But when I met Sister Wanda, I just seen a shining light there, and she just, I was just drawn to her. And during all this time, the folks that said I wouldn't make it, now they say I have. They're patting me on the back saying, I knew you could do it. But the only way I could do this was through Jesus Christ. And God has blessed the business there. And we just welcome anybody there, because God called me to preach. And every day I'm able to witness to people, pray with people. People get out of their cars sometimes and they say, Mike, I'm going through something. I need you to pray for me. But, I'm really living a dream tonight, because I know that without God, with God, all things are possible. That's what I want to tell everybody. So whatever you're going through, I don't care what it is. It might not be a drug addiction, but whatever that thing is in your life that you're battling with, God's going to bring you through it. Because I tell people, if he brings you to it, he's going to bring you through it. But I thank God tonight, and I thank everybody for this opportunity tonight.
God bless. Some people depend on pills to make it through the day, but I depend on Jesus, and that's how I make it through the day. The next recipient, thank you, Mr. Rittenberry, well said. And I would say that he met my mama at the jail preaching. And he told me when I met him, he said, you know what? He said, do you know a lady named Miss Virginia? When I went down to welcome him and thank him for being here in this community, he said, do you know a lady named Miss Virginia? I said, yeah, that's my mama. He said, what? He said, that's the woman that got me saved in the jail. Ain't God good? Just see, you can meet God anywhere, no matter where you are. If you don't know him, I say get to know him. It's a beautiful life with him. I'd rather be crashed in a wreck with Jesus than to be without him in a wreck, because he can save my life. The next recipient is Dr. Anderson Grant. Come on up, Mr. Grant. He embodies the spirit of a selfless trailblazer who faithfully volunteered his service as a clergyman in the church and civic events for 26 years. He is a founding member of the Clarksville Area Ministerial Association. Also, he has and still does provide financial support to the homeless, individual families in times of need. And he uses his gifts and volunteered back in the day, I ain't gonna say the year, okay, with the Red River District Commission as secretary and vice chair, which revitalized the River District, served on the Fort Defiance and Bruce Commission to restore the historic fort for a tour attraction. Dr. Grant also served on the Clarksville Rapid Mobilization Team, the Military Officer Association, and the Human Relation Commission for the city of Clarksville. All the awards say the same thing. So we don't have to read them all. Thank you. The next recipient of this prestige award is Mr. Herbert Baggett. Come on up, Mr. Baggett. Mr. Baggett embodies the spirit of a selfless trailblazer. He uses his gift to volunteer as the chairman of the Habitat Construction and Site Selection Committee. Today, Habitat has built about 111 homes for low-income families in Clarksville, Tennessee. Mr. Baggett is one of the founding leaders of Habitat for Humanity, which started in 1992 here in Clarksville, and has served faithfully, making life better for many less fortunate families. Let's give him a hand. I don't know if is Mr. Irwin here. Okay, all right. That concludes our program. Thank you all for being here, and thank the recipients. Oh, well, wait a minute. That don't come. I'm sorry, Lord. I thought we were through. I'm sorry. That does not conclude our program. We still have some more recipients. I'm sorry. Okay. The next recipients is Robert and Quita Vance. This is a husband and wife team. Come on up. A husband and wife team that has been together for 25, 30 years. I don't know. They are selfless trailblazers who use their gifts to be a light for the community or individuals in need. They are community driven for the good of all people. They feed the homeless and clothe the naked, and they open their doors to serve the community at any time. They have been in the business for 17 years in Clarksville, owners of Keandra's Restaurant on Franklin Street. They have the best wings and fries in town.
First of all, I'd like to give God all the glory. This journey has not been easy. We struggled at days where we couldn't sell a plate when we first started this business. But you know what? We continue to pray, worship in the Lord, giving to the needed. All of that was such a blessing for us. I thank God for my mayor. I love you. He comes to eat him a good cheeseburger and fries. His wife loved the pork chops. Miss Wanda, this is like my mom, my aunt, my best friend. Me and her just go long way back. And I appreciate everything you do for Ward 6, all your hard work and dedication that you give to our area. And we love you.
Thank you, Mr. and Mrs. Robert Vance. Don't see too many people sticking together in marriage these days. They're all separating, gone their own ways. Okay, our next recipient, you say the best for last, is Mr. Vernon Weekly. Come on up, Mr. Weekly. Mr. Weekly is a selfless trailblazer as well. For about 30 years, he has been providing free, I didn't say a cost, but free land surveying and marking corners business for Habitat for Humanity, and sometimes for the city of Clarksville, to build homes on secured property for the less fortunate families. Thank you for what you have been doing, Mr. Vernon Weekly. Let's give him a hand. I think that's the last. Okay. Thank you all. Now that does conclude the program. Thank you for being here. Let's give them all a hand. Thank you, Mayor.
And we have one final recognition. It's my honor to present this proclamation declaring this month as Tennessee Family Court Awareness Month in the city of Clarksville, and we want to encourage all residents to support their local community's efforts to prevent the harm of children in the hands of family members and to honor and to value the lives of children. Is there anyone here to receive this? All right. Well, Casey, we'll just get a picture of not me holding it, but I think they've seen enough of me right now. So just get the proclamation, and let's just give applause for those who protect our children. Okay, we enjoy honoring our citizens. All right, let's get down to it. Next on our agenda is the Planning Commission report. Councilperson Streetman, you're recognized.
Thank you, Mayor. We have 3 items on our agenda tonight. Madam Clerk, will you please read the ordinance and resolutions?
Ordinance 38, 2023-24, first reading, amending the zoning ordinance and map of the city of Clarksville, application of the estate of Bruce and Otrus Carden for zone change on property located on 2 parcels fronting on the west frontage of Evans Road, 325 plus or minus feet north of the Evans Road and Dogwood Trail intersection from RM1 Single Family Mobile Home Park Residential District to R3 Three Family Residential District. Resolution 8, 2023-24, a resolution adopting a plan of service for property north of Hancock Road and east of International Boulevard. Resolution 9, 2023-24, a resolution annexing property north of Hancock Road and east of International Boulevard.
Councilperson Streetman.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. Mayor, I move we go into public hearing.
Motion been made and properly seconded to go into public hearing without objection. We're now in public hearing. First item in our public hearing report is ordinance 38, 2023-24, amending the zoning ordinance and map of the city of Clarksville, application of the estate of Bruce and Otrus Carden. Anyone in the audience wish to speak in favor of ordinance 38? Please come forward. Give us your name and address, and you have 5 minutes.
Thank you. My name is Joyretta Mosier. I live at 1900 Evans Road, which is the property that's right next to that. I don't have a problem with expansion and doing better on Evans Road. Evans Road is a very bad road. We have a lot of hills. We have a lot of drug problems over there. Police get called over there all the time. That property that had a trailer on it at one time, and it got vandalized. Like I said, I live right next door. I've lived on Evans Road in that same property for 58 years, so I've seen a lot. I don't think a 3-family home on each of those properties would be very beneficial. It's mostly a trailer community.
Ms. Mosier, are you speaking in favor of this ordinance or against it?
Against it.
Okay, I'm sorry. It's now open to those who are in favor of this ordinance.
Oh, I apologize.
Okay, that's okay. Okay, we'll bring you right back up, so stay up close.
Thank you.
All right. Anyone in the audience wish to speak in favor of ordinance 38? Now, Ms. Mosier, if you would, anyone in the audience to speak against? We got to do it right. You may proceed.
Thank you, sir. As I stated, I've lived there for 58 years, and I've seen a lot. There's drugs and vandals all up and down Evans Road. Police get called there all the time, all hours of the day and the night. I don't think that it would be very beneficial to have a 3-family situation. That would be 6 families on the 2 properties, the way as I understand it. Is that correct?
Well, not necessarily.
Okay.
But you go ahead. This is not a question and answer. It's just an
Right.
opportunity for you to
Okay.
give us your thoughts.
Okay. I think it would be better suited to have a single family home on each property. It could be a 3-bedroom home. Like I said, it's mostly a trailer community. There's not very many homes. There's a lot of mobile homes. There's a lot of modular homes. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, I'm one of the only true homes. I have a Jones home that was built in '63. It looks like a trailer from the outside because of the way it's built, but it's actually a home. And I think that we could benefit better by having more homes there instead of 3-family, because there are some that are on Evans Road already, and a lot of them sit empty. They're not affordable. So you're gonna have a property built where people can't afford to move in, and it's gonna sit there. It's gonna get vandalized by drug addicts, homeless people. I don't see that being very feasible. That's all I have to say.
Thank you, Ms. Mosier.
Thank
Councilperson
you.
Streetman, would you mind addressing the zoning request that's being made and kind of clarifying it for Ms. Mosier?
Yes, sir. Ma'am, just because it's being rezoned as R3 doesn't mean that it'll be 3-family homes that are built there. In fact, we just recently made some changes in our R3 zoning that makes it a little bit easier to build single-family homes in that. It just has to do with the various setbacks and everything involved with that. But currently, the way it's listed is his plan is actually to build 15 homes on there, which means it would be, that's what his estimate, the historical estimates are 12, so it's more likely to be single-family homes that are being built there.
Okay.
The possibility is there for the 3-family homes, but the possibility is also there for the single-family homes.
Okay, and these 12 to 15 homes on
It's
the
the
two
historic-
properties?
For the whole property, yes, ma'am. There'd be smaller size lots, which does make it affordable by having the smaller size lots, smaller size homes that people will be able to buy and live in.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Mosier. Anyone else in the audience wish to speak against ordinance 38? Next item is Resolution 08-2023-24, resolution adopting a plan of service for property north of Hunkook Road and east of International Boulevard. Anyone in the audience wish to speak in favor of Resolution 8? Anyone wish to speak against Resolution 8? Resolution 9-2023-24, a resolution annexing property north of Hunkook Road and east of International Boulevard. Anyone in the audience wish to speak in favor of Resolution 9? Anyone in the audience wish to speak against Resolution 9? Councilperson Streetman.
Mayor, I move we go back into regular session.
Motion been made and properly seconded to revert to regular session without objection. We're now in regular session. Councilperson Streetman.
As a reminder, all motions upon the advice of legal counsel shall be for approval. Ordinance 38-2023-24, first reading, amending the zoning ordinance and map of the city of Clarksville, application of the estate of Bruce and Otris Carden for zone change on property located on 2 parcels fronting on the west frontage of Evans Road, 325 plus or minus feet north of the Evans Road and Dogwood Trail intersection from RM1 Single Family Mobile Home Park Residential District to R3 3-Family Residential District. The Regional Planning Commission and the staff recommended approval, and I so move.
Motion been made and properly seconded in favor of ordinance 38. Councilperson Little, you're recognized.
Thank you, Mayor. I just wanted to share some information. I talked to the realtor about what would be going there and what he expects. As we do see in the plan, he does expect 15, historical estimates of 12. They will be single family. The pricing range of those is going to be from $245,000 to $275,000, which in today's time, that's crazy as it seems, is affordable. And they would be family starter homes. His plan is just to make something more affordable and not to keep on building a lot of the multifamily things that he sees around here, which I know that with our current growth, and I know it's a lot that we're dealing with, me as a native of Clarksville, seeing it now compared to 30 years ago, definitely would have never expected it, but I know it's just going to keep on growing. And I would definitely rather see single families and people be able to invest in their own property and home and be able to get a home than anything else. And that's what I just wanted to say.
Okay, thank you. Any other comment or question regarding ordinance 38? Seeing none, hearing none, are you ready to vote? All members, please cast your vote. Every member voted. Any member wish to change their vote? Madam Clerk, take the vote.
12 yes, 0 no, 0 abstain.
Ordinance 38 is adopted. First reading. For the record, Councilperson Deanna McLaughlin is present. Councilperson Streetman, you're recognized.
Resolution 08-2023-24, a resolution adopting a plan of service for property north of Hancock Road and east of International Boulevard. I make a motion for approval.
Motion been made and properly seconded in favor of Resolution 8. Any comment or question regarding Resolution 8? Councilperson McLaughlin, you're recognized.
Thank you, Mayor. My comment will be for 8 and 9. After receiving feedback from multiple constituents about the concern of the majority property owner not contributing to the tax base, I will be voting no on these.
Okay, thank you. Any other comment or question? Seeing none, hearing none, are you ready to vote on Resolution 8? All members, please cast your vote. Every member voted. Any member wish to change their vote? Madam Clerk, please take the vote.
11 yes, 1 no, and 0 abstain.
Resolution 8 is adopted. Councilperson Streetman.
Resolution 09-2023-24, a resolution annexing property north of Hancock Road and east of International Boulevard. I make a motion for approval.
Motion been made and properly seconded in favor of Resolution 9. Any comment or question regarding Resolution 9? Seeing none, hearing none, are you ready to vote? All members, please cast your vote. Every member voted. Any member wish to change their vote? Madam Clerk, please take the vote.
11 yes, 1 no, and 0 abstain.
Resolution 9 is adopted. Councilperson Streetman.
That concludes my report, Mayor.
Thank you. We're now ready for the consent agenda. Madam Clerk.
All items in this portion of the agenda are considered to be routine and non-controversial by the council and may be approved by one motion. However, a member of the council may request that an item be removed for separate consideration under the appropriate committee report. Ordinance 27, 2023-24, second reading. An ordinance amending the operating and capital budgets for fiscal year 2024 for governmental funds to amend capital project names. Ordinance 29, 2023-24, second reading. Amending the zoning ordinance and map of the city of Clarksville. Application of Will Christian for zone change on property located on a tract of land south of the eastern terminus of Eagles Nest Lane, east of Viewmont Drive, and west of Heatherwood Trace, from AG Agricultural District to MXU PUD Mixed Land Planned Unit Development District. Ordinance 30, 2023-24, second reading. Amending the zoning ordinance and map of the city of Clarksville. Application of Frank Stable for zone change on a parcel fronting on the north frontage of East Street, 215 plus or minus feet east of the Beach Street and E Street intersection, from R3, 3-family residential district, to R4, multiple family residential district. Ordinance 31, 2023-24, second reading. Amending the zoning ordinance and map of the city of Clarksville. Application of Clarksville Christian Center for zone change on property located on a parcel of land fronting on the east frontage of Old Russellville Pike, 300 plus or minus feet south of the Old Russellville Pike and Honeycomb Court intersection, from R1, Single Family Residential District, to C2, General Commercial District. Ordinance 32, 2023-24, second reading. Amending the zoning ordinance and map of the city of Clarksville. Application of Living Hope Baptist Church for zone change on a parcel located at the northwest corner of the Tylertown Road and Winterset Drive intersection, from R5 Residential District to C1 Neighborhood Commercial District. Ordinance 33, 2023-24, amending the zoning ordinance and map of the city of Clarksville. Application of Double Bogey Partners for zone change on a parcel located at the northeast corner of Lafayette Road and Evans Road, from R1 Single Family Residential District to R4 Multiple Family Residential District. Ordinance 34, 2023-24, second reading, amending the zoning ordinance and map of the city of Clarksville. Application of Johnny Piper for zone change on property located on a portion of a parcel located at the southwest corner of Innovation Way and Eubank Drive, from M2 General Industrial District to M1 Light Industrial District. Resolution 6, 2023-24, a resolution approving appointments to the Airport Liaison, Museum Board, Parking Commission, Roxy Regional Theater Board, Senior Citizens Board, and Zoning Appeals Board. Resolution 10, 2023-24, a resolution approving a certificate of compliance for sale of beer or wine at Max Convenience Store, doing business as Circle K number 4703915, located at 380 Warfield Boulevard in Clarksville, Tennessee. Resolution 11, 2023-24, a resolution approving a certificate of compliance for sale of beer or wine at Max Convenience Store, doing business as Circle K number 470396 located at 1775 Madison Street in Clarksville, and the adoption of minutes from October 2nd and October 5th.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. I'll entertain a motion in a second. Motion has been made and properly seconded in favor of the consent agenda. Councilperson Reynolds, you're recognized.
Yes, I would like to register a no vote for item B, ordinance 29, 2023-24, and item F, ordinance 33, 2023-24.
Okay, so noted. Any other member wish to be recognized on the consent agenda? Seeing none, are you ready to vote? All members, please cast your vote on the consent agenda. Madam Clerk, please take the vote.
12 yes, 0 no, 0 abstain.
Consent agenda is adopted. Thank you. We're now ready for the Finance Committee report. Chairperson Streetman, you're recognized.
Thank you, Mayor. Ordinance 36, 2023-24, first reading. An ordinance amending the operating budgets for fiscal year 2024 for governmental funds. Ordinance 140-2022-23 to appropriate and approval of a 5% market adjustment. The Finance Committee recommended approval, and I so move.
Motion been made and properly seconded in favor of ordinance 36. Any comment or question regarding ordinance 36? Seeing none, hearing none, are you ready to vote? Oh, Councilperson McLaughlin, you're recognized on ordinance 36.
I apologize, Mayor. I need to make a statement that although my husband is a city employee, my vote will be in the best interest of all employees in the city of Clarksville.
Thank you. Any other comment or question? Seeing none, now are you ready to vote? All members, please cast your vote. Every member voted. Any member wish to change their vote? Madam Clerk, please take the vote.
12 yes, 0 no, 0 abstain.
Ordinance 36 is adopted. First reading. Chairperson Streetman, you're recognized.
Ordinance 37, 2023-24, first reading. An ordinance amending Part 2 Code of Ordinances, Title 13, Utilities and Services, Chapter 3, Gas, Water, and Sewer Services, the City of Clarksville relative to credit debit card transaction fees. The Finance Committee recommended approval, and I so move.
Motion been made and properly seconded in favor of ordinance 37. Any comment or question regarding ordinance 37? Seeing none, hearing none, are you ready to vote? All members, please cast your vote. Every member voted. Any member wish to change their vote? Madam Clerk, please take the vote.
10 yes, 2 no, 0 abstain.
Ordinance 37 is adopted. First reading. Chairperson Streetman, you're recognized.
Resolution 07, 2023-24, a resolution authorizing the issuance, sale, and payment of up to $41.5 million in principal amount of water, sewer, and gas revenue bonds, Series 2023, the City of Clarksville, Tennessee. Both the Finance and Gas and Water Committees voted in favor of approval, and I so move.
Motion been made and properly seconded in favor of Resolution 7. Any comment or question regarding Resolution 7? Councilperson Reynolds, you're recognized.
Yes, Mayor, I'm sorry. I know I heard it in a meeting and I cannot remember and I could not find it in the resolution. What are the projects that this is? I know that it was stated.
I can't give you, I don't have the specific list in front of me, but they are for projects that are needed, obviously, or they wouldn't be before us. But I apologize for not having that list in front of me.
Okay.
Any other comment or question? Seeing none, are you ready to vote? All members, please cast your vote. Every member voted. Any member wish to change their vote? Madam Clerk, please take the vote.
12 yes, 0 no, 0 abstain.
Resolution 7 is adopted. Chairperson Streetman.
That concludes my report, Mayor.
All right, thank you. We're ready for gas and water. Chairperson Holloman, you're recognized.
Thank you, Mayor. All righty. Got to do it every single time. The gas division recently received the results of another gas pipeline safety inspection performed by the Tennessee Public Utility Commission. This inspection specifically pertained to construction, field inspection, review of relevant project documentation and records, and observation of qualified operator personnel. Performing several covered tasks, all encompassing the installation of gas service lines to residential homes. Specific to the work inspected, there was a minimum of 20 individual federal regulations applicable to comply with throughout the installation. As with other recent inspections, I am very happy to announce that the results of this inspection reported no violations and no deficiencies. So that's good news. Today marks the 70th anniversary of the first customer to ever burn a natural gas flame, provided by the service of Clarksville Gas and Water Department. Clarksville Gas is proud to be a public natural gas system that provides efficient, clean, and reliable natural gas, focusing on serving and being accountable to its customers rather than profits. And I, for one, believe that ongoing track record of flawless inspections, coupled with the devotion to remain a locally controlled entity, continually exemplifies the diligence and commitment to our community continually displayed by the employees of Gas and Water. And that concludes my report.
Thank you, Chairperson Holloman. Any comment or question regarding this committee report? Councilperson Little, you're recognized.
I love Clarksville Gas and Water. I love the gas, especially in the wintertime. I encourage everybody to get gas appliances, and the service is amazing.
All right, you heard it here first. All right. Any other comment or question regarding this committee report? Seeing none, we're ready for Neighborhood and Community Services Committee. Chairperson Shekinah, you're recognized.
Yes, thank you, Mayor. I just wanted to acknowledge the three entities that were awarded the Merit of Excellence Award today by the National Association of Housing and Redevelopment Organizations. And that was the Matthew Walker Clinic, the Legal Aid Society, and the Common Grounds Cafe. And our next meeting for Community and Neighborhood Services will be 13 November. Thank you.
Thank you. Any comment or question regarding this committee report? Seeing none, we're now ready for the Parks and Recreation Committee. Chairperson Zacharias, you're recognized.
Thank you, Mayor. The Parks and Recreation Department recently purchased 15 timed automatic locks for use throughout the park system. These locks will alleviate the need for police officers to physically lock the restrooms at dusk and allow them to spend more time elsewhere in the city. The demolition at Stokes Field was completed on October 26th. All that remains are old light poles that are listed on govdeals.com. The department will be meeting with CMCSS soon to turn the property back over to them. The 2023 downtown market season has ended. This year's sales were $700,111 compared to last year's $430,000. That represents an increase of 63% over last year. Applications for the 2024 season are open now. This year's Christmas on the Cumberland grand opening will be held on November 18th at 6 p.m. Before the ceremony, the department will host a German-style inspired open-air market with food, drinks, and artisan vendors selling handmade holiday items. The Clarksville-Montgomery County Lighted Christmas Parade will be held on December 2nd. Registration closes on November 17th or when spaces are full. And if you're interested in working with the Parks and Rec as a grounds and facilities maintenance specialist, recreation programmer, or event planning technician, I encourage you to seek out more information about those on the city's webpage. And as always, for more information and a complete list of programs, classes, and ongoing activities, visit clarksvilleparksrec.com. That concludes my report.
Thank you very much. Any comment or question about that report? Seeing none, we're now ready for Public Safety Committee. Chairperson Redd, you're recognized.
Thank you, Mayor. We have Ordinance 35, 2023-24, first reading, an ordinance amending the official code Title 10, Offenses Miscellaneous, Chapter 3, Anti-Noise Regulation, pertaining to economic development and entertainment complexes, and I move for approval.
Motion been made and properly seconded in favor of approval.
Yes.
Councilperson Redd.
And this, just like I said at the executive committee meeting, it's a amendment to the noise ordinance that is for sports complexes with 2,250 seats and over that. And from 11 o'clock at night to 7:30 in the morning, it will be still the quiet time.
Okay, Councilperson Zacharias, you're recognized.
Thank you, Mayor. All of us on the council received an email from Mr. Tyndall at the Regional Planning Commission asking that we defer this until next month, just to allow him to collect some more information and to field some additional questions from members of the council. So I'd like to make that motion at this time.
Second.
Motion been made to postpone ordinance 35 until the December regular session, properly seconded. Any comment or question regarding this ordinance? Councilperson Reynolds, you wish to speak to the motion to postpone? You're recognized.
So Mr. Tyndall had asked that we make our comments and concerns tonight during this conversation. So my concern is I don't remember how they were going to prevent the noise from the neighborhood. I mean, the noise carrying over to the neighborhood or the light pollution. So I'd be very interested in hearing that before we vote on this.
Thank you. Councilperson Redd, you're recognized.
I respect Mr. Tyndall very much, but I'm not sure if he's aware that we have 2 readings on this. And I think if we vote on it now, we have between now and the next meeting for anybody to bring any amendment they can for the second reading. Therefore, I'm not going to vote for approval on the first reading to postpone. But certainly if somebody has an amendment, on second reading or this first reading, bring it forward. Thank you.
Thank you. Councilperson McLaughlin.
Thank you, Mayor. Since our planning director asked for the postponement, I'm going to go ahead and support that since it was his wish and he's the expert in this area. Thank you.
Any other comment or question regarding the motion to postpone? Seeing none, are you ready to vote? We're voting on the motion to postpone ordinance 35 to the December regular session. Every member, please cast your vote. Any member wish to change their vote? Madam Clerk, please take the vote.
11 yes, 1 no, and 0 abstain.
Motion to postpone passes. Councilperson Redd, or Chairperson Redd, you recognize.
Thank you, Mayor. The fire department had 1,565 calls. 72.7% of those were rescue and medical. Graduation, we had 14 recruits and 12 promotions. Building codes had a slight decline in abatement division and a rise in construction, which is not unusual for this time of year. New construction is holding steady. The permit fees that we've taken in for that month is $1,206,823 that will go into the general fund. The police has 24 vacancies and 13 in the academy, and we'll swear in 11 next week. And that concludes my report. Thank you.
Thank you. Any comment or question regarding this committee report? Seeing none, we're ready for Transportation, Streets, and Garage Committee. Chairperson Smith, you are recognized.
Thank you, Mayor. The TSG reports for October are as follows. For transportation, for the month of October, CTS held a Best Design and painted bus for Halloween. The winner of this special spooky bus was Northwest High School. Northwest.
Proceed, Madam Chair. Proceed.
Thank you. CTS had 46,589 riders on our fixed routes for the month of October and 3,958 riders on the paratransit side. We also had a total of 7,996 seniors on our fixed route buses that rode for free. Seniors who are 65 and older can ride for free if they get a CTS pass from the transit center. CTS will be reducing service for one bus on Route 3 starting November the 13th. Route 3 will continue to run 14 times a day on the hour. The second bus for this route will be brought back as soon as we can get a few more drivers hired and trained. That concludes that report. Okay, our report for the street department. The Clarksville Street Department has hired 2 part-time employees from the Tennessee College of Applied Technology. High school students looking to learn and gain real-world experiences. The school system sidewalks constructions are as follows. Rossville School sidewalks have been completed. Northeast School sidewalks at Meriwether Road, I guess that's road, it didn't say, have been completed. And the next sidewalk project will be at CHS, which is Clarksville High, Richview, and the Crow Center. Also, paving completed in October are as follows. The Plantation Estate subdivision,
Page Estate subdivision, and Bear Lair subdivision. Paving schedule for November are as follows: to finish up Bel Air subdivision, Hickory Heights subdivision, and Barge Point Road. Work orders completed for the month of October was 213. That concludes the report for the street department. We will now have the report coming from the city garage for the month of October, and their total number of work hours consisted of 405. The total, let's go down to the gas. Citywide gas and diesel, total prices, for on-site fuel for unleaded was 98,776. Diesel was 43,724 for a total of $142,490. Okay, for the off-site unleaded was a total of $63,000 and $430.52. Okay, so the fuel cost for unleaded is $2.52 per gallon. The last delivery was October 31st, which was a decrease of 16.5% from $3.02 on September 27. The fuel cost for diesel was $3.17 per gallon. The last delivery was October the 26th. It was a decrease of 7% from $3.42 on September 2022. Let's see. This concludes our reports for the TSG committees. Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you. Any comment or question regarding this committee report? Seeing none, we are now ready for new business. These three resolutions have to do with the naming of the road system within into the Rossview Athletic Complex. First item is Resolution 12, 2023-24, a resolution approving the official name of the road as shown in Attachment A as Connell Way in the city of Clarksville. I entertain a motion and a second.
Motion.
Motion been made and properly seconded in favor of Resolution 12. Councilperson McLaughlin, you're recognized on this resolution.
I make a motion, we combine resolutions 12, 13, and 14.
Well, if I may, I've got an amendment to the third resolution, Resolution 14, sorry, but we'll have to take up, since, without objection, any objection to withdrawing that motion?
No, sir.
So we can take them one at a time?
Sorry.
I know we were trying. Thank you. Give you an E for effort. Okay. All right. So we're on Resolution 12. Any comment or question regarding Resolution 12? Seeing none, hearing none, are you ready to vote? All members, please cast your vote. Every member voted. Any member wish to change their vote? Madam Clerk, take the vote.
12 yes, 0 no, 0 abstain.
Resolution 12 is adopted. We're now ready for Resolution 13, 2023-24. A resolution approving the official name of the road is shown in Attachment A as Athletic Complex Boulevard in the city of Clarksville. Designations Committee approved it. I will entertain a motion and a second.
A motion to accept. Second.
Motion been made and properly seconded in favor of Resolution 13. Any comment or question? Seeing none, hearing none, are you ready to vote? All members, please cast your vote. Every member voted. Any member wish to change their vote? Madam Clerk, please take the vote.
12 yes, 0 no, 0 abstain.
Resolution 13 is adopted. Now we're ready for Resolution 14, a resolution approving the official name of the road as shown in Attachment A as International Boulevard in the city of Clarksville. Designations Committee approved. I'll entertain a motion and a second.
Motion to accept.
Motion been made and properly seconded. Now for the amendment. Got copies of that amendment. If you will distribute those. And the amendment simply adds the word south after the name International Boulevard South at the recommendation of the Regional Planning Commission so as to reduce any confusion for the International Boulevard that runs through our industrial park. I will entertain a motion and a second on the amendment. Motion been made and properly seconded in favor of the amendment. Any questions about the amendment? All right, we're voting on the amendment. All in favor, please cast your vote. Any member wish to change their vote? Madam Clerk, please take the vote.
12 yes, 0 no, and 0 abstain.
The amendment is adopted. We're now on Resolution 14 as amended. Any comment or question regarding Resolution 14 as amended? Seeing none, hearing none, are you ready to vote? All members, please cast your vote. Every member voted. Any member wish to change their vote? Madam Clerk, please take the vote.
12 yes, 0 no, 0 abstain.
Right under the wire. Resolution 14 is amended as adopted. Thank you. We're ready for mayor and council member comments. Any member have a comment? Councilperson McLaughlin, you're recognized.
Thank you. Quickly, I would like to thank the city departments for their support of the council members' participation in Fright on Franklin by loaning us ware, and the street department for letting us borrow some decor for our booth. And I think everybody would agree we had a great time. And then also yesterday marked the 1-year anniversary of the McLaughlin family getting stationed at Fort Campbell. So we've now been Clarksvillians for 30 years plus 1 day.
Okay. We're a better community for it. Councilperson Reynolds, you're recognized for comments.
Yes, I'd just like to do a little follow-up on gas stoves and a little health announcement. I know that we did a shout out for gas stoves, but I would remind residents that gas stoves do add to global warming, as well as can lead to respiratory issues because they emit pollutants such as carbon monoxide, nitrogen dioxide, and formaldehyde. So please consider these things before considering to switch to gas.
Thank you very much. Councilperson Smith, you're recognized for
Thank you, Mayor.
comments.
There was something on the report for the city garage that was on the back of the report, and I didn't see it, so I would like to mention that. The city garage would like to welcome 2 interns, Edward Saucer and Stephen Floyd, from our partnership with the Montgomery County School System and TCAT. They will be focusing on continuing their diesel and heavy equipment education. They will be paired with our certified heavy-duty mechanics to get hands-on real-world experience. And they will be interning through the end of the school year. Edward was also selected to be a part of the Youth Leadership Clarksville. Thank you.
Thank you. Councilperson Little, you're recognized for comments.
Thank you. It's actually a great point brought up. We don't talk about it enough. Safety. Make sure everybody you check your, especially coming up with the seasons, with heaters and everything like that. Check your fire alarms, carbon monoxide alarms. Make sure they work properly. And there are pros and cons to everything. If power goes out, you still can cook something. So, all right.
All right, it's all about the food. There we go. Okay. Any more comment or questions? Seeing none, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn. Without objection, we're adjourned.